stocks our strategists feel are poised to deliver positive returns are featured now in their top stock picks of the week.
And this week we have a full house of strategists here who are going to share their top picks of this week with you. Namely, equity strategists Dave Bartosiak, Kevin Cook, and our research director Shiraz Mian, all the way down there on the end. But Dave, we're going to start with you. Stock that you and I have talked about in another segment, Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, that's part of why I picked it, Terry. I wanted to show the secret sauce that we have in that other show as well.
I thought it was just because you didn't have to do any extra work, but that's okay.
Oh, no, there's more to it. There's more to it. I had to dig a lot on this one. No, if you take a look at Dick's Sporting Goods, the reason why I like it is we've had the recent bankruptcy in Sports Authority.
Yep.
So when you have a major competitor of yours go under, that should bode well for your company. The other thing is 23% of those Sports Authority locations had a Dick's Sporting Goods within the vicinity.
Right.
So I think they're going to get a big shot in the arm from that. So I'm hoping that their guidance is going to be great this quarter, and they're going to report before the market opens tomorrow. So those are that's part of the reason.
Tomorrow's March the 8th.
The 8th, yeah, the March 8th. We're looking for $1.15. That's our Zacks consensus estimate for the current quarter.
Okay.
Last quarter they were off by they missed by a penny. So not too bad to the downside. So I'm hoping they can turn it around here. But I think this is going to be all about the guidance here. But let's take a look at the stock chart real quick that I've pulled up here, and you can see that we've kind of bottomed down below 35 towards the end of January. And since then, it's been rebounding nicely. Now we're above the 21-day moving average, as well as the 50-day moving average, approaching the 200-day. So I think you're going to continue to see some momentum here. I'm kind of targeting, the low 50s for this over the next couple of months. But if things go awry, you could set a stop loss for yourself down around $42, so you don't have to hang on to this thing or fall on that sword.
Okay. Mr. Cook, sir. You're taking a look at Broadcom.
Broadcom is the new AVGO. Same stock symbol as the old company, AVGO.
Right.
AVGO bought Broadcom. The deal closed early this quarter. Mm-hmm. And full disclosure, we own it in the FTM portfolio.
Okay.
We stuck with it during the correction, even as I became more cautious about the broad market and lots of stocks like Apple. AVGO, now Broadcom, is an Apple supplier. And all these stocks were getting hit on Apple worries. Broadcom held up the best, and that's why we hung on to it, and we're buyers of the dips, down to 120, and it's proven itself. They reported last week. The report they gave was for when it was still AVGO, so it was AVGO's fourth quarter, officially closed the books there, beat, then they're raising guidance for the new company, Broadcom. Now, what do they do? What do they make? They're obviously, I mentioned Apple, so they're in the wireless segment. They make all kinds of these boosters for mobile phone communication for the RF frequencies. And then they have a huge hardline wire business, so helping enterprises build out the new 100 gig structure. And with Broadcom, they pick up more of both of those areas, both wireless and hardwire. So I knew that a strong stock like this was one you wanted to stay with during the correction. We did. Now the analysts, the guidance wasn't spectacular for the coming quarter, but the analysts are climbing all over themselves to raise estimates and price targets. The average estimate for this year goes close to $11, $13 for 2017, and price targets have moved from an average of about 165 up to 185. And Bank of America is on the high end at 200. So this is why we still love Broadcom, and I think it's one you want to own for a while.
All right. Shiraz, you're taking a look at Acuity Brands.
That's right. Lighting fixtures, this was a stock we had in the 2015 top 10, a strong performer there. The stock pulled back with the recent correction. It was about 240, came down to around 190. It's back around 215, 220. It's a lighting fixtures maker, marketer, primarily a play on the commercial real estate market. They don't really have much in the residential market. They are the largest in the space, primarily a North American player. About 95% of revenue comes from North America. about 80% of the business is commercial real estate, and then it's half and half, meaning about 50% is new construction, 50% is retrofit and maintenance type of work. So they are the leader in the LED lighting, and there is this secular shift on top of the cyclical momentum in commercial real estate construction. There is the secular momentum in the transition from the conventional lighting to the LED lighting, and that conversion is going on at a 1 to 2% annual rate. They are the big beneficiary of that. It's a Zacks rank 2. They have a stellar balance sheet, strong organic growth. You see that in the estimate revision strength for the stock. We see that steadily going up, and the price consensus and surprise chart is just a thing of beauty, as you guys could see. It hasn't missed estimates since the summer of 2014, and 20% plus EPS growth without the financial engineering of share buybacks would be an impressive thing for an industrial company.
Right.
It's not a Google or a Facebook. It's an old line industrial player, and I think the momentum should continue.
Okay, well, thank you all for the input for this week, and there you have it. This week's top stock picks from some of our top Zacks strategists here. And here's a reminder, if you want some other stock information like commentary or stock picks or stock picking strategies, among other things, get on over to our website, Zacks.com. If you're not there already watching this video, you can link to a lot of information in those areas right off the homepage. If you're watching these videos on YouTube, you can always subscribe to them there, and you can comment on them as well. Meantime, with everyone here, I'm Terry Ruffalo.